Hello and welcome back to Zig's Math Lessons. Today we'll take a look at an introduction to periodic and non-periodic functions and some of the vocabulary that goes with these. So periodic versus non-periodic functions. This is a periodic function because a periodic function has a repeated pattern of y values. What that means is the y values, which is the height of this blue line here, repeats itself over and over again indefinitely. Just keeps doing the same y values. So this is a periodic function. Other functions that we studied, like linear graphs, they're not periodic. They don't repeat the same pattern of y values. Exponential functions don't repeat themselves. Parabolas or quadratic functions, well, they do actually repeat the y value here. Let's take a look at this y value of 3. It shows up again, true, but the pattern does not repeat itself. This, however, is an example of a repeated pattern of y values. So, let's look at vocabulary. One period. A period is this distance. It's the amount of domain taken up along the x-axis by one of the repeating cycles. So in this case it would be 12. Official definition, a period is the amount of domain taken up by one cycle. In this case, that would be 12. While a cycle is the smallest complete repeating pattern. So we have a periodic function that has a repeating pattern of y values, which takes up a certain amount of domain along the x-axis, and that domain has got a name, and it's called the period of the function. In our example, the period is 12. Here's another example, and we can see that the pattern takes up 8 along the x-axis. The period is 8. Next vocabulary word is axis. The axis of the curve. It has a definition. It's the horizontal line that's halfway between the top and the bottom, halfway between the maximum and the minimum of a periodic curve. It's called the axis of the curve. There it is there. That line, that horizontal line that splits this function in half from top to bottom, has got a name. It's called the axis of the curve. Horizontal lines have equations, and they're always y equals a number. Y equals a number, and that number is the max plus the min over 2. Y equals max plus min over 2. In this case, y equals 5, the highest, plus 1, the lowest, so that's max plus min over 2. And so that red line is y equals 3. Let's go again. The equation of the axis of the curve. The high point plus the low point, which is 5 plus negative 1 over 2. Let's take a look at it again. Y equals 2. The next vocabulary word for this video is amplitude. Amplitude has a definition. It is the vertical distance from the axis of the curve, which we know to be the middle, and the high or the low point. That distance, the length of that red line, is the amplitude of a periodic function. It goes from the middle to the top, or the middle to the bottom, which is going to be the same distance because it is the middle. So in this case, the amplitude is 3, and it has an equation. The amplitude is max minus min over 2. Now these little equations have to be memorized. Here we go again. The amplitude of this curve will be the max, which is 10, minus the min, which is the y value here at 0, over 2. So the amplitude is 10 minus 0 over 2. The amplitude is 5. There's the axis, and there's the amplitude. A final example, the amplitude is max minus min over 2. Max is 2, min is minus 2. So it will be max minus min, 2 subtract negative 2, which is 2 plus 2. So it will be 4 over 2. The amplitude here is 2. The axis and the amplitude of a periodic function. I'm Ziggleby Beestunk. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, leave a like, and if you like the content, please subscribe. Check back later for updates and new videos, and I'll see you soon.